So SEAF India Investment Advisors is part of SEAF. SEAF is a global financial institution focused on investment in small and mid-sized enterprises. We have invested something like $700 million in SMEs across different emerging markets in Asia, Latin America, and Central Eastern Europe. In India, we are running a $50 million fund focused on investments in the food supply chain. So we typically take a minority stake in early stage companies in the food and agribusiness sector, which we define the way we define it is starting from agricultural inputs, going into warehousing, logistics, and going into food processing, and selectively food retail and food services. So that is the universe of our investment focus. Idea is to invest in companies, early stage companies, handhold them for 5 to 7 years. Grow them, partner them. So most of the entrepreneurs we invest in don't only need money but a lot of help in their growth cycle. So idea is to be evaluate an investor which can add value to those companies. We're quite patient investors. We typically help our companies in expanding the markets, in accessing new technology, in accessing government schemes, in accessing soft money available from financial institutions from India as well as overseas. So that's what our focus is in India. We have made 2 investments already, and we probably going to make another 7 to 8 investments over a period of next 3 years. I think there are very few investors who have focused on the upstream part of food supply chain. I think I would say 80-90% of our investment will be in the upstream part. I think the key criteria for us is the uniqueness of the technology, the ability of the promoters to expand the markets. So we put a lot of emphasis on distribution strengths, we put a lot of emphasis on building good B2B brands, and we put a lot of emphasis on innovative technologies. I think those are key differentiators for us for any business that we are evaluating and investing. As an investor, we of course have our own sourcing network for our deals. Since we are a sector focused fund, we know a lot of entrepreneurs from last 10 years whom we have been tracking. So that's the key source for us. We like to do proprietary deals. At the same time, we get a lot of investment proposals through investment bankers and intermediaries. So we do evaluate them, but the important thing for us there is that we want to do deals which are not auctioned in the market, because that typically pushes the valuations up. So even if it is coming through a third parties, we prefer to be proprietary as much as possible. And of course, then we have our own process of diligence and valuations and negotiations, etc. So it's in general about 3 to 6 months process from receiving the proposal to the conclusion of the investment. We don't believe that public offerings is going to be the exit route for them. So we typically look for exiting by selling to other investors. So they could be strategic investors or they could be other financial investors. But we have to work very hard right at the beginning of the deal to identify who could be the potential investors for such companies. And our promoters' interests aligned with us, because many of the strategic investors, for example, may ask for a majority stake sale or may want to buy out the company. So I think that kind of discussions we do with entrepreneurs right at the beginning, that we might have to sell the company at a certain valuation at so and so point of time. So I think that is very important for us. Other financial investors also a very good route for us, because we do deals in the range of $3 to $6 million. Where there are a lot of financial investors in India who want to do deals in the range of, let's say, $10 to $20 million or even more in this sector. So we believe that with we coming in, we probably can grow the value to that level at which it becomes attractive to the financial investors.